Welcome to the Power Packed Podcast. Please be quiet and courteous and silence your cell phones now. Be sure to grab some snacks and concessions, located in the lobby. And now our feature presentation. Prepare for butter.
All the time, wondering if maybe I'm losing my mind. Stepping out to the horizon and I'm me, or maybe I'm going out to sea. Maybe you should know by now. When I get back, everything will be alright. Seems like I'm out to sea every single night. I hope this old boat will stay afloat as we go.
I hope this old boat will stay afloat as we go.
Don't mind, maybe you'll sink or swim. Oh, I don't mind, maybe you'll sink or swim. Oh, I don't mind,
Josh, stop tickling me.
Yeah.
Not there. Oh, your fingers are so pointy. Somebody oh, my feet now. Get your mouth off my toes, Josh.
I tried to go along with it, but then I got really confused. I
was doing some improv of you tickling me.
Oh, okay. All right, I'll do one real quick. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to make some mac and cheese. That's it. That was just me in Sweden making you some mac and cheese.
Oh, okay. Let me try one. That was me brushing your hair and tying a bow in it.
Oh, that's a very nice one. All right. How about, last one. So, okay. All right. Here. Zip. All right. That was me helping you get into a jumpsuit that is made out of bacon.
We are the Power Pack Podcast, a podcast featuring two dudes in a jumpsuit made out of bacon.
Oh, bacon. Our friendship is like a pig. And whereas, pigs are very versatile animals. They're when you think of a pig, you think of a lot of people think of food and things like that, but they're also very smart. They're one of the smartest creatures out there. They're up there with dogs and dolphins. And pigs, they make bacon. They make Canadian bacon. They make pork loins, pork chops. And that's kind of like our podcast. There is a lot to it. There's a lot of dynamics. Sometimes we talk about smart things. Sometimes we talk about rats. It just really depends.
And there's a lot of I want to hear from the audience. What's some creative things you can do with pigs that Josh didn't discuss in his laundry list of pig things. For instance, I was watching a YouTube video last night about this guy who scientifically made like a really fast Pinewood Derby car in 45 minutes, and it beat this Cub Scouts car that took him like 12 hours to build.
Oh.
And he's like, it's science, boy. So I was thinking of maybe having a sort of a pigwood derby where you take the legs off of a pig and then you put those little cheap Hobbytown wheels on it, and then you put some graphite on the axles, and then you put them on a track, and then you just push these big old pigs with wheels down a track and have a little pigwood derby.
Pigwood. Did you think that just now, or was that one of your lunchtime break ideas?
No, that was when you were talking about pigs.
Oh, okay,
and
good.
all their usefulness. I was thinking about the video I watched last night. I was like, yeah. I mean, because a block of wood going down a track, how much more exciting would it be for a squealing pig on wheels to be racing other kids' squealing pig on wheels that they built with their dads in their garage?
I think it'd be
I don't
fun.
know.
It would be really fun. Yeah. And you could also advance that even more and do a mixture of, I'm not saying you should, like, kids should be in their own carts they made, right? In their own derbies. And then you also put a couple of pigs in carts, and then you push them all down the hill and just see what happens.
Oh, it could be like Cool Runnings when the character, the one with the egg in his pants, he races the push carts, and he has a partner. Maybe they do like a push cart derby where all their partners they have to pick an animal to ride in the back and steer.
I do like that.
Mm-hmm.
And
it could be anything besides a pig. It could be any sort of creature.
No, it could be any creature. And well, that's what I was going to ask you. What kind of what animal would you pick to put in your well, let's see, for your derby car. Yeah, let's say for your derby car.
Okay, well, there's two positions. You have the guy steering and then the guy pushing.
Yeah.
So I guess the question, what animal do you pick and what position are they doing in the push cart? I would pick a kangaroo to push and I would steer.
Oh, that's a really good idea. Because those legs, man, the kangaroos, they're made for kicking and jumping and clawing people. So it's like all the power,
I got them power thighs.
That's
That's going to be our cart name, Power Thighs.
Power thighs. I like it. So I got to pick mine. Okay. I think I want to go like a similar route for mine. I think I don't know. I know like Wolverines are really strong. Like they're really I think it's Wolverines or honey badgers they're kind of small, low to the ground.
Yeah.
And I think they would work pretty well because you could probably would it only be like one or like how many animals? Could I have like 4 honey badgers, or is that just a disadvantage?
Maybe you can have as many animals up to capacity. So when you go into an office building, it's like, oh, you only 65 people allowed here. But maybe for the push cart, it's a weight thing.
Oh, okay.
Maybe, so a kangaroo, how much does a kangaroo weigh? Like,
do you want me to look real quick? I can look up real quick. I'll do it. I'm
gonna guess 400 pounds.
Okay.
That seems heavy, but I'm gonna guess it.
Kangaroo pound. They're like, let's look up the heaviest kangaroo. They said they can weigh between 40 and 200 pounds.
Okay. So I have an obese kangaroo.
Let's say the
back
top
of my
end.
push cart.
Yeah. Wolverine weight. So I'm gonna do Wolverine weight is 20 to 55 pounds. So I can do 4 Wolverines ish
to my kangaroo, which I'm still baffled. Like you look at a kangaroo and they're tall, they're muscular, they're kind of big, and I can't imagine a person weighing more than that. But people weigh more than kangaroos. That's just that's weird to me.
That dynamic alone is just odd. Yeah. Cause kangaroos, they're pretty big, but I'd also
how tall is a kangaroo?
Let's look it up. I think they're like human size. Height. So the height is anywhere from 3 to 8 feet.
I didn't realize they were that short. So I guess 200 pounds makes sense. I always imagine them being like eye level, my size Barbie kangaroo.
My size Barbie kangaroo. Let's just say yours is 8 feet tall and 200 pounds.
Okay, it's a Shaquille O'Neal kangaroo.
Just this like massive kangaroo, yeah. And then
and I hop in its pouch.
So you're in his pouch, yep. And you could do that while you race too. It's more room in the bobsled, So then I
I
have
have an extended
4.
steering wheel.
Yeah, so you're sitting in the pouch with the steering wheel. And you're like, but you'll be nice and warm if we're doing bobsledding because it's kind of cold, you know.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, I'm thinking. So I'll have 4 Wolverines. And like I might have like 2 in the front pulling and 2 in the back pushing, and then I'm just in the cart. And then I'm imagining my bobsled as it's going down, and I have 4 Wolverines in there. It's probably terrifying because I think they're like hardcore carnivores. They might try to like bite me or attack me as I'm going down. So I don't know. For me, I'm thinking of like it's like the most like return of investment. So it's like I have the 4 Wolverines, and I almost wonder how much 4 Wolverines cost because we should also figure that out. Like if you were to buy a kangaroo. I know we're getting into the Tiger King territory here of like buying exotic animals, but
could we breed them and sell them as pets?
Probably could. Kangaroo breeding seems a little bit like a scary sport to be in, but I mean, to each his own.
Well, maybe the Kangaroo King is the next adventure of the JJ Fresh Enterprises.
The Kangaroo King.
And it's not a story, it's not a video, it's not a book, but it's a kangaroo farm that me and you invest in, and maybe we paint the kangaroos like tigers to have some sort of parody that people are like, have you heard about the guys and where's our mid spot? I always forget.
Oh, Buffalo, Wyoming. Yep, that's where the business is.
Buffalo, Wyoming. Yeah, people are like, have you heard about those guys in Buffalo, Wyoming? They opened up a kangaroo zoo, and all the kangaroos are painted like tigers. It's like a knockoff of the Tiger King, but it's a Kangaroo King.
Yeah, it's really weird.
I'm going to go for the memes.
Yeah. That's what I was going to say. These people, they're just like talking bad about it, but like, thinking about dropping by, checking it out. You know, it's like
and
good publicity.
And the uniforms of all the staff have aprons with big pockets, and that's like a kangaroo. And
well, we're the owners, so we when we're walking around to see how the customers are doing, one of the employees is carrying us in the kangaroo type pouch, and we kind of emerge. We're like, are you enjoying your time here?
We're like Xerxes. We're being carried around in a kangaroo pouch.
Yes. It's even better. And it's I imagine these like most people work there, they're probably like younger, you know, like high school or college or something. So it's like you have these younger people just carrying around us like full grown adults. And it's like, all right, take me over to that group of people. I'm going to talk to them. And then I want you to walk me over to the Orange Julius. That's a half a mile over the overpass over there.
And then piggybacking off of your Taco Bell idea from 2 episodes ago, not idea, but the fancy Taco Bell where you saw people making the burritos for the dining room. You show the making of your kangaroo burgers, and you have a big glass window, and it's like the Krispy Kreme factories where you can watch them go from like nothing to a donut. So you watch this kangaroo go down a conveyor belt, and maybe a giant like axe is swinging side to side, and then you know, off with the head, and it falls on this conveyor belt, and then there's a bunch of like knives, and it cuts it up real nice, and then there's a machine that, well, maybe it just goes straight into like a grill. It cooks everything, and then at one by one there's a little arm that plates your food, and then I don't know, a kangaroo guy in his kangaroo outfit hops over with the plate and puts it on the table.
It's a brilliant idea, but it's also hilarious that it doesn't. I need to have a philosophy, like philosophical theory for John Whip and podcasting, where it's like, if there's a topic, there will be animal killings.
There will be blood.
There will be blood. And I think, but you know what? I can't blame you for wanting to combine businesses, because like you said, the kangaroo zoo, that's one thing. But think about a business, even if kangaroos or pigs or cows or whatever, where it's part zoo, part, like you said, restaurant, and having the waiters, you know, hop over. It's almost like Sonic. You know, they can only be on the roller skates, so they have to hop. Like you tie their feet together.
Yes. We could call it JJ Fresh Zoo House, and so it's a full running zoo. But going back off of the lobster episode we had a long time ago, where the kid's picking his lobster, you pretty much walk the zoo, and at the end you can pick what meat you want to enjoy with your family. So you can get a nice penguin. Maybe you want to munch on some, I don't know, zebra. I want some zebra. Give me some zebra tenderloin.
Just
tri-tip orangutan.
Can you think of how quick this would get like shut down? Like it would be like the first day, not even like it wouldn't even open. I think you would try to and say like, oh yeah, at the zoo. And then one like health inspector person would walk in and see these families jumping up and down like, yes, I've always wanted to eat a giraffe.
Okay. New plan. JJ Fresh Cyber Zoo. So instead of the glass being actual glass, it's all like super high definition screens. And it looks like you're looking at a zoo. And you point to the animal, and then there's this whole CGI pre-made video of this animal getting trapped and slaughtered and cooked, and then I don't know, you get served a regular hamburger. It doesn't taste like the koala that you saw getting sniped out of a tree. It tastes like a hamburger, but it's kind of the visual thing. It's like, whoa, that was cool. It's like a video game with alternate endings. It's like, if you do this, you get this ending. If you pick the manta ray, you get that ending. You want to have some starfish, it's a different ending. You get to see all these different ways these
so it's like
animals.
It's basically just like teaching children about poaching, and then it's like a 4D experience where they're poaching, and then at the end they get a cheeseburger.
But think of this. Okay, how Star Wars comes out once every year, 2 years now?
Yeah.
We're on a schedule. Okay, let's promote the brand new Star Wars episode Obi-Wan edition, and then you have a video of Obi-Wan coming out and doing like Jedi moves on what's another animal, like a flamingo.
It could be like a flamingo.
Yeah, he just slices the little legs off so it looks more like a duck now hovering on the water. It's a cool Star Wars show. And then maybe a TIE fighter comes, blows up the flamingo, and then they serve you a burger.
Yeah. It's 4D. Like you said, it's all about, that's why people hunt and stuff too, right? It's that reward, I guess. Because, people who hunt are obviously in a breed of their own, but it's funny because like you said, it's like you go in, I imagine almost like arcade style. You sit down, get in the booth thing, you're hunting your, like you said, your koala or your exotic bird, like some sort of peregrine falcon. And then like you said, when you're done, then the waiter comes by. It's like Dave & Buster's, and they bring you the food. You eat some onion rings, burger, but they're like, oh, this was an alligator, or like you said, a koala or something like that.
Or they give you a little pamphlet about the animal. It has like a name and everything. Like, oh, you ate Cindy, the bird-eating Goliath tarantula spider from South America.
Enjoy.
And like some facts about the spider. So it's kind of like zoo books in a way. When you get your meal, you get a little zoo book about the animal you chose to eat, which is still just a cow. Yeah. And you get to learn about nature, and you get to see how, I don't know, our ancestors lived eating animals.
You get to see how, like you said, I think it's supposed to be interactive, because the funny part about it, though, I think the funniest part is like whichever way you spin it, you still have to film, or like you said, I guess it's CGI, so it's not as bad. I was thinking for a second, it's almost like at the zoo where you go to the exhibit and then it has like a video of like, this is the pangolin and this is what it does and things. So I imagined like that, where it's like somebody filming themselves, like, like, I don't know, killing a buffalo or something. But instead it's just like you said, if it's CGI and then they don't know any better, they're just like, oh, they get a burger that's dyed pink with pink food coloring, and they're like, oh, it's flamingo burger. And they're like, oh, and then they eat it. So this is pretty good. This is among many ventures. I know this is. I mean, by the end of this, we could have a conglomeration of restaurants. We have the Party Weasel bus with Party Weasel bus, and then there's a couple other really good ones too. But the van that cooks the food and everything is definitely one. And then now we have the JJ Fresh like Cyber Zoo, like you said.
JJ Fresh Zoo House or Cyber Zoo, something like steakhouse and a zoo together. And I was thinking, those little buzzards you get when your food's ready? Bzz. So you have you have a tablet instead, like Applebee's, they have those tablets on their table, like real classy like.
Yeah.
So you get a tablet and you're walking around the zoo. And so it's like In-N-Out Burger. Every order is the same. It's a burger, fries, and a drink. Keep it simple. That's all you get. So every order is the exact same, but maybe when you go to the animal you want to quote unquote eat, you have like a whole list of ways the animal gets destroyed, like invading pirates, or Star Wars. If there's a Star Wars movie, there's a theme, or you have more of a natural way, like hunters or poachers. Maybe Mortal Kombat, like Sub-Zero freezes the bison and then uppercuts it and it explodes. And then that's when you click that's your order going through. Bzz, and then it sends it to the kitchen. And then you have time to like walk around, look at other people's finishing moves on the animals, and then it'll beep, and then you go eat your food and get your pamphlet.
Yeah, get your pamphlet. Can't forget the pamphlet too. It's like, oh, thanks for coming by and killing a snow leopard.
Yeah. Yeah. Imagine milkshakes being done that way, blending them up with ice cream. Use your snow leopard smoothie. Some cookie dough bites in there. Those are leopard spots.
Yeah. Imagine the people working there like these, like the people on Tiger King, just total like Oklahoma degenerates, like with like mullets and teeth missing, and they're like
rat tails.
Yeah, they've got to have a rat tail.
Oh yeah. So we're opening the zoo in Buffalo, Wyoming.
Yeah.
So that's exciting. Maybe we could get some promo on the Food Network. I think we can talk to
pitch it.
Maybe Elon Musk about some tech stuff he could maybe invent for this.
Yeah, I think he could help with that.
Yeah, he knows a lot about electronics and Radio Shack type stuff, so about that.
Yeah, I think he really, mainly Radio Shack type stuff. But I think with all the AI stuff and some of the, like you said, some of the CGI stuff as well, there's a lot of technology with this, a lot of things up and running to make it interactive. Because otherwise it's just a burger joint. Like I said, same food. It's all about the experience, though. It's the technical part. And that's what people want.
It's like when you go to Disneyland and you go to those little 15-minute shows and they have the seats that blow the air at you and something's happening on screen and it's like, oh, I'm getting stung by bees. And then they have an earthquake, and your chair starts shaking. It's that. It's pretty much that.
It's that.
Same concept, but in the 2021 era, the new world.
The whole new world, yeah.
A whole new world.
Killed
no
me.
leopards are getting killed. Put it in for me, so I can eat.
I think, again, this is part of that, like, that'll be, well, there's like Fortune 500 companies, like all the big ones or whatever. There should be like a JJ Fresh 500 where we've got all of our businesses, like our actual businesses, like restaurants. And I think the Cyber Zoo is pretty fun.
It could be like Jurassic Park. It could be on its own island, and rich people fly down thinking they're getting exotic meat, but it's just hamburger. So it's also a scam.
Exactly. Or you could take it even farther and put, like, people go like Jurassic Park, but it's just like a wildlife safari. So it's all actual animals, and they have to like fight for the death, like survive. So they're dropped in the middle of nowhere with just a Bowie knife and a bottle of water. It's like, all right, you got to make it back to the camp, and there's about 2,800 kangaroos that are 8 feet tall and 200 pounds, and they're ready to rip you up.
And we haven't fed them in a month.
Yeah, they're hungry and they're mad. And and then you've got these like yuppie, like people from like San Francisco, and they're like, oh, this is gonna be fun. They get dropped in the middle of nowhere, and there's just like all these menacing like panthers and things like that running around, and it's part culinary adventure, part survival thing. So it's an experience. So that could be the VIP package. When you, like you said, you go to Disney or things like that. So the VIP package is essentially like a survival type thing. And it's cool because you don't feel bad about the animals, because most of the time the yuppie people end up getting eaten by the animals. So it's just a natural selection of things. So it just evens everything out.
Yeah, and maybe we can people would pay more to do that for training purposes. I'm thinking of Aaron Carter training for his boxing match.
That's true. He's got that coming up.
In the wilderness. Yeah, put him in there with some cheetahs and lions and tigers and bears.
Oh my.
I'll
teach him.
I'll teach you to pick a fight with Lamar How do you say his last name?
Lamar Odom. I think it's Odom.
Yeah. Like an M or an N? Like Odin or Odom?
I think it's Odom. Like with the M. Odom.
Odom.
I can't wait to see that fight. Aaron Carter's definitely going to lose. I mean, I'm a fan of Aaron Carter. We're team Aaron, but he's going to lose. He's got like just no reach on Lamar. So
I imagine the first punch he takes, he's going to float out of the ring, not even at a really accelerated rate. It's going to be like when someone lets go of a balloon, and he's just going to kind of hover and float away for a little bit, and then land back on his feet, shake it off, and run back. Like, I'm going to get you this time, Lamar. And then he's just going to knee him right in the chest, and then he's going to float off again like a little balloon.
Yeah.
This is going to go on a while. The matches are going to take a while because he's going to take quite a long time to land and
it's like
to the end of the ring.
Well, it's like a balloon when you you have a birthday balloon, and you kind of punch it in the air, and it like floats up a little bit and then drops down. So every time Lamar punches him or anything, it just like floats up and then he bounces down. Like you said, he hits him and he bounces. So it's just like a lot of that going on.
And we're kind of in, tough times right now. A lot of people out of work financially. They can't, if they wanted to recreate their favorite Disney movie Up, and they don't have access to balloons, you can always go to one of these boxing matches. And when Aaron Carter, he's going down the little alleyway or whatever, and his song, I Want Candy, is playing, and the crowd's going kind of wild, but they're not sure how they feel about him still. You get a little Q-tip, and you just swab some sweat off of him, because he's sweating already. He's scared. And you take that and you clone a bunch of Aaron Carters, tie them up to your house, and then you can float away to like your favorite Disney Pixar movie Up.
Mm-hmm. I like that idea. So you can float, and you know what has a similar viscosity to sweat? Is butter, because we're going into the butter dome.
Have you ever sat on your porch in the sky, and then a bird hits the Aaron Carters above you, and then a deflated dead Aaron Carter falls on your porch?
Hasn't happened to me.
No, not me either. My Aaron Carters stay afloat.
Oh,
light and fluffy like a croissant. Croissant Carters.
Croissant Carters.
I'm Croissant Carter. In this ring, weighing. What does a croissant weigh? What's the average weight of a croissant?
Let's look it up. Hold on. Give me 1 second.
I was going to say a pound, but if you ate a croissant that was a pound, that's one dense croissant.
Yeah, that's a really gross croissant.
Yo, I'll tell you what I want, what I really want. I'll tell you what I want. I want the croissant.
50 grams.
50 grams. In this corner, weighing 50 grams. In the height, 3 inches tall. Croissant Carter. Butter. I don't know the stats for the other opponent, Lamar Odom. Yeah, I think he was 6'11", 7 something.
Yeah, he's tall. I mean, he's a basketball player. He played for the Lakers, so he's a tall guy.
Weighing lots of pounds, like a kangaroo. Lamar, are you ready to rumble?
Real quick, because I saw it in the Discord. I know we're in the Butter Dome right now, and the walls are made of silky butter. I saw you posted a funny video of you and your sister, and I wanted the backstory because she said she didn't really know, and she said you would know. So I wanted to ask you now, not to put you on the spot, of the It's Britney video.
So you know those movies? Okay, let's use X-Men for an example.
Yeah.
Logan has no idea about his past, but then in the second movie, when he's kind of in the lab that he was created with his weird tinfoil bones or whatever,
Yeah.
he gets flashbacks like, oh, they put a big hose up my nose and turned on the hot metal. Oh. So I had completely forgotten about this video until she sent me a finding of it, and I was like, oh my gosh. And I started getting flashbacks of, oh yeah, we did do this. Why? I don't have a backstory.
Oh, that's okay.
We just decided we're gonna make a Britney Spears music video, and
it's just it's so good. I like that. Just because it's dark, so you just like shined a flashlight, and as her face turns and it goes, and then it just pans you guys, and you're wearing all black, and you have black wigs on. It's just so good. It's wholesome, wit fun, and I can appreciate about your guys' video collaborations. I think there should be more brother sister combo. Those funny videos. They're good.
well, that thing is like, that's we did the whole song, and I don't want to post the rest of it because it's just the same. It's just horrible. It's funny though. I could post maybe a little more, and maybe every week I'll post a few seconds longer. You'll kind of get.
You should, until it's the full song. You should post just 5-10 seconds at a time. That would make me happy.
Oh, that should go on TikTok. Why didn't we put that on TikTok?
Oh yes, send me
that, Bay, or do I have to mail it to you?
I could snag it off Discord, so I'll grab it. Keep sending little bits, and I'll pop that on the. That would go TikTok famous,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so we're
good.
here in the Butter Dome, and we like dressing up in black clothes and dancing to Britney Spears. And if you don't like that, then you haven't listened to Britney lately, because she's a talented, I guess, old lady now. How old is she? We need an intern who can just look all this stuff up so we don't have to. We can just look at him on Zoom and be like, hey, how old is Britney Spears? And we have a chess clock. He has a certain amount of time to get our answer. And if he has maybe 20, 30 total seconds of wait time throughout the whole episode, he's fired.
Yep, exactly. It's like, you're weak. That's what I say to him too.
Weak. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
What were we talking about? Butter Dome?
Let's look at our Butter Dome notes. Let's see where we're at. Do we have any knowledge?
Announcements. I'm looking at our Discord. Wow, it's so fresh up in here. There's a cool image of a dog and a police car. Yeah, no announcements. Nothing hot for the fresh zone over here. Nah. How about them cows? How they doing?
Let's move on over to the cow section. Yeah. We got Crumb, Gary Bilson, and Gary Graphics. All three of them, I think they're doing great as always. We hear a lot of communication from Crumb as always. So thank you, Crumb, for your constant contributions. And then the Gary twins, they're just kind of chilling in the background, just doing their thing, contributing by being our financial backers. You know, it's like they're the Garys are kind of like our sugar daddies. You know, they're just they make the money and they pay us and then we're just, you know, just young and beautiful. So that's just what we do. That's what we contribute. Yeah. So thank you guys. Thank you, our favorite little heifers.
So yeah, short buttered dome. We had no emails, no inappropriate Discord questions.
That's good. That's good.
So we could talk about the text I sent you that I received this morning, if you like.
Okay, yeah. So there's I was, you know, as always, either like, because John's 2 hours ahead, so typically he's already a little bit started in his day when I'm either starting my day or in the middle of work, and I was just minding my own business, of course. I think it was in the morning. I was kind of getting ready for work. You know, I was making some coffee and breakfast, and then I saw my favorite kind of text where it shows a notification on my watch, and it says, John sent you an image, and I just was like, oh no, because that's what I always get when there's nothing warranted. It just said John sent an image, and I'm like, oh, what is this? And I looked, and I obviously could not stop laughing because of how ridiculous it was. But to describe it, the product is for men. It's basically, it says you'll never have to tuck your shirt in ever again, because it's like imagine a polo, like a full-grown men's polo, but then it goes down into, it's a onesie that is like a very revealing underwear. So it's like a baby onesie, but somehow it's a polo. So yeah, it's a good. I thought the black one could be pretty cool. There's a blue one and then a black one. The black one looks slimming, so I might like that one. But what were your thoughts on this? What were your thoughts?
It just seems so weird. I was thinking about maybe pants that could function in a similar manner. So you know how when you pull the drawstring, it tightens?
Yeah.
Maybe you have a weird engineering system where you pull the drawstring and it pushes out the pants, so it's like a big hole around your waist, and then the pants or the shirt tucks into it, and then you push on the strings and your pants tighten up. So it's like a little black hole. Your shirt falls back down, and then you're tucked in. But the pants or the shirt, that's it's nasty. And that's the first thing I opened this morning at 5:08 in the morning. My wife sent that to me. She's like, I found your next shirt. It's a onesie for baby John. Oh. And I just said, this is nasty.
That is nasty. I didn't realize she actually sent it to you. So you reciprocated the morning joy by your wife sent it to you, and then by default you sent it to me so that we could both be disgusted in the morning.
Yeah. And it got me thinking about different garments, and because a onesie, that's like a baby thing. Yeah. And so I was thinking of fun garment mix and matches. So I got two. They're underwear related, but underwear is easy, and that's probably why I thought of these two. So you have a V-neck shirt. You can maybe make some V-neck undies. Probably not deep V though, for obvious reasons.
Wait, V-neck as in it's the same like the onesie, but it's
no, it's like a tighty-whities, but instead of the band going just straight horizontal, there's a V in the middle.
It's so gross.
Like a sexy whitey-tighty. And then the other one I was thinking of was, so turtlenecks have that weird turtlenecky collar. I don't know what it is. It's like just poofy and weird. It's you have maybe underwear, and then depending on how cold it is, you can have different sizes of turtleneck. So maybe you have a turtleneck on your underwear that goes up to your belly button. It's just a really tall, wide turtleneck that goes around your body up to your belly button. Or you can get the super comfy deluxe deep turtle, and it goes up to your nips. It's just like so the underwear is the same.
I was thinking
on top of the underwear, it's just this weird looking collar.
Yeah,
like a turtleneck.
pulls up. I like the idea of it's like like those blinds that are in RVs or whatever that you can draw up and down, so they can be normal, and then you're like, oh, I need to go out to get the paper. You just pull it all the way up to your armpits and all the way down to your ankles, and it's just everything's covered, and then you just go outside.
It's just it's very, very versatile.
That's $1 million idea if I've ever heard one. Because think about that. I know for me, it's like, let's say, you're changing or whatever, and you're like, oh, I need to go out to the car and get something, or I left my running shoes out there or whatever. You just, you pull, you just adjust it so that it's fully covering you, and then you go outside and you're good.
And maybe we can have an electronic version. So your underwear has all this wireframe in it, and maybe you have an undie glove or maybe it's an app on your Apple Watch, and you can like tap, okay, I want the super tall turtleneck, and then your turtleneck underwear just like lifts up to your nipples, and then you say, I'm gonna need a little more covering on my thighs, and then the underwear starts sagging down. It's all like wireframe.
Yeah, that's fun. I like that. That's automated. That's if there's ever something for Elon Musk to invest in, it would be the Tesla pants.
Or maybe you know how Teslas can float on water for a brief. Maybe our underwear, if there's like a flash flood and your car's floating away, you can press a button, and like the backside just inflates.
Ooh.
And then maybe a little propeller fan pops out, and then you're just like sitting on the water. You're just like
moving
a little,
just like a duck, just like coasting along the pond water or the whatever.
But you have your hands underneath your knees, like in that little weird pit.
Yeah,
you're lifting your legs off the water so you can actually scoot across it.
Yep. So it's like just like legs up. Yeah. That's genius too, because you got to think about, there'd be a bunch of people. So the same, like, people buy Teslas, they'll buy those, of course, because anything Tesla, they're like, so they buy that as well. And then imagine you get these people who get out of their Teslas, and then they walk down to the pond, and they just sit down in the water and put their legs up a little bit, and then they just go for a ride, just out into the lake. Like, nobody buys boats.
Self-driving pants.
Oh yeah, check these out.
Elon made them for me.
Yeah, the Elon pond pants.
Yeah.
Oh man,
nice.
So many good products. I think if we were to categorize this podcast, it would be in the same boat. I almost wonder eventually if it gets bigger, we should categorize it in the business section. And it could be like an entrepreneur one.
Yeah, it's like a mix between like Shark Tank and just, I don't know, a podcast where they come up with business plans and strategies.
Yeah. It's like, I think it's like if Shark Tank meets like, I don't know, like, I'm trying to think of a show. It's kind of like Shark Tank meets National Geographic, or like Planet Earth, where they show, like, you're watching those videos of nature, and I get sad watching them, sometimes, because you're like, oh, it's a cute little like it's a cute little like a baby penguin. It's just flopping along. It's it's bouncing on the water, and then this giant like seal comes and eats it. It's like that's kind of like the mixture of our show. It's like it's like if Shark Tank was sponsored by National Geographic, maybe.
Yeah, and hit us up for those sponsors. We don't have one, and we'd love to make this into a real life cartoon.
Yeah.
/ aqua teen swimming, Adult Swim. That's what it is.
Ooh.
And I was thinking, you had me thinking with your seal and penguin talk you had going on. You remember I like the fair, the carnival. They had that wooden blue piece of wood, and there was like fish painted on it, and the kid would, get the line, and he would throw it over the piece of wood that can't see what's behind it, and then someone would clip on some candy and tug on the line, and look at that, I got some candy, and they're just really excited. JJ Fresh Cyber Zoo, we have a kitty section where we fuse a bunch of treats to fish. Like, oh, look at that trout. It has half a dozen donuts tied to it. I want to see if I can catch that one.
Yuck.
Or look, there's an octopus, and it has ring pops on all the tentacles. I might want to try and catch that one.
Oh, yeah. So like gluing or taping prizes to fish and then trying to catch them. Just
but you can actually see the prizes.
Oh, it's like those really janky machines that are in like arcades where you pay $1 and then there's like an off-brand Apple Watch and like an iPad and things like that. So it's with the claw. So it's that version, but there's like, it's harder because the fish, they have it like little backpacks, like little things tied on them.
Ooh, yeah. Maybe all the prizes are in little fish backpacks. You can't see what's inside. You're like, and maybe in one of them there's like cash prize, but it's only, maybe the golden backpack has cash.
Oh, well, then you'd have to pick. So then it comes down to, if we're thinking like legit physics with this, like a little more scientific, the harder the prizes, the faster the fish. So like, goldfish, it's like, oh, there's like you said, a ring pop in the backpack, but like a barracuda or something that's like a little sketchier to catch, or like an eel or something like that, or stingray. Yeah. On the back of a stingray, it's like, there's like a $500 prize, but nobody ever catches a stingray. It's just sketched out by it, or baby crocodile. There's so many different things.
Yeah. Or like piranha or something.
Yeah, the piranha's just like, oh, there's an Apple Watch in there. I better go for that piranha.
I'm going to catch that piranha so I can take it to my local orthodontist and get his teeth fixed. Succulent goofs. I might.
So
how was your week?
Yeah, I was actually going to do an off to the trough because I'm my tummy's rumbling. No, we'll do what? How's your week, real quick? My week's pretty good.
Wait, one word.
One word. Okay, for my week. Let's see. Moist.
Ooh.
Oh, not. I only said that because it's been raining the last couple of days. But I would say overall, delicious, because I've had a couple of good food meals the last couple of days. But what about you? What's your one word week description?
Oh man. This is tough. One word to describe a week.
One word.
How about I was gonna say manhood, but that's weird.
Whoa. John's now man.
You know what? Manhood.
Yeah.
That's my word of the week. All right, so you were going to do an off to the trough.
Yeah. I want to know why. Are you going to do a description of why you're saying manhood, or is that just...
No, I'll unveil details later, and now people are going to think, is he going through puberty again?
Finally. It's finally happening. It's finally
going to grow taller?
Oh, goodness, that boy is already tall. All of a sudden, you wake up and you're like 7'10",
But my torso didn't change, just my limbs. Only my limbs got longer.
So they're like super stretched out. Oh, like Fantastic Four status.
I have like a torso of a 10th grader, but then my limbs are just really long.
That's the sound of your arms flapping in the wind. That's a really scary visual.
They call me sea goalie, like fern goalie, but he's a seagull. Or like one of those Pelican Pete. His nickname, flops around like a bird.
Bird boy.
Flamingo Frank.
Flamingo Frank. Let's opt. Okay. So. That's me making hoof noises.
Oofy crisp.
off to the trough with Josh. Tonight we are going to be having homemade chicken noodle soup. I don't know if the noodles are homemade or not, but I know everything else will be homemade with broth and some carrots and some chicken. And might have some bread and some butter or something, I don't know. And yes, it was either that or we're going to have sweet potato quinoa burgers. Yes.
Fancy. Snaps and claps. Snaps and claps.
Yeah, so
Snaps and claps.
gonna go eat something eventually. Yeah, it's gonna be good. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna slide into the podcast DMs with some of that power packed wisdom, something like juicy. I think my power packed wisdom is I don't know. I was gonna say something along the lines of just like for dinner. Let's do this because I have this dilemma a lot. It's almost like for my power packed wisdom. I feel like I usually eat a lot of the same things for dinner, things like this. Except tonight, I think the soup is like a new thing. But I think for people who are they don't know what to eat for dinner, you should just have one of those like wheels that has like the options on it, and just put like put on them like the different meals you eat, right? But do the frequency. For me, it's like I find some weeks I find myself eating more Taco Bell. So maybe on the wheel there's like 4 Taco Bells. So the probability is more likely to land on Taco Bell. But there's then one of them says like chicken and rice or something. So just like, pepper that on. And then if you don't know what to do, just spin the wheel. And then you got yourself your dinner option there. So I actually might do that myself. It's pretty good idea.
That's inspiring right there.
Yeah. I was just thinking about food. I'm hungry.
I want a pizza wheel, and every slice of my pizza wheel says pizza. So every night we have pizza.
You're like, pizza again. I've got the gout.
Pizza in the morning, pizza in the evening, pizza cut off my foot first. Supper time.
Yeah, flop on the plate.
Flop it on the plate.
Flopping on the plate. Last question, and then we'll dip out. Which fast food restaurant would you eat for your every meal? Like, okay, so let's say there's one day, and you have to eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and maybe a snack from one fast food restaurant. Which one would you pick?
One day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Yeah, so every single meal has to be from that restaurant for one day, just one day even.
I feel like Taco Bell would be a pretty juicy option because you can go hard in the morning with like their breakfast crunch wraps, which are dope.
Yeah, they are.
And then lunchtime, so you can avoid not, getting too heavy too soon. You can maybe just go light, couple soft tacos.
Yeah.
And then dinner, you can just go all out, get that quesarito box, get the taco, get the big drink. Yeah.
Man.
But every time I eat fast food 3 times in a day, I throw up. And that's happened twice. So I don't do it anymore.
Has that actually happened before?
Yeah, we used to do this thing called Food Day back in like high school and college days where I don't know who picked it, but someone in our little friend group said, I think I know who it was. But the idea was we just go out to eat at 3 different fast food places for all 3 meals.
Oh.
And the 2 times I participated, I was sick the next day, just like throwing up. So yeah. I participated in 2. I could do 2 out of 3 meals, but 3 out of 3 meals, I don't know what it is, but there's just a limit to what your body can do. So.
I think that would make, I think that's like a really inspiring like thought on it too, because for me, I've definitely even recently done 2 out of 3 meals at fast food. Like I've done lunch and dinner, different places, of course. Like for instance, I've done it where I've had like, there's one I used to do where it would be like Taco Bell for lunch and then like I don't know, like Mod or Domino's for dinner, kind of thing. But yeah, the 3 out of 3 is interesting because I think that threshold, especially starting off your day with fast food, I think the breakfast is truly the most important meal, because if you eat something healthy, then it sets you up for the rest of the day. But if you eat like something really nasty from a like fast food place for breakfast, and then you just keep going, it's just snowballing. So then it's like your body doesn't have anything good the whole day, then it makes you sick. So
it's like when you wake up, you're on just even playing ground, and then you have some fast food, you fall in a pit, and then you have fast food for lunch, someone threw you a shovel, and you just start digging. Yeah. Then you have it for dinner, and then you're exhausted and throw up in the hole that you made, and it takes a while to get back out.
Yeah, because you're just trying to climb out of the throw up hole.
It's like SOS, and some guys throwing salad down the pit. Here, try this, it might help. Yeah, have some salad. Here's an apple. Here's an apple.
Celery stick. Man, that's a crazy story, and that's. Like I said, I've been there with the 2 out of 3, but I've never done a 3 out of 3. That I probably have, but I have such a like sensitive stomach that if I did that, I would just have like some issues. But
you have some goals. You have something to look forward to. You can train for it. Mm-hmm. Start with the 2 meals a day. Do that for a week, and then maybe the second week you kind of add that 3rd meal, because you already know you can do 2 meals. So just camp on that 2 meals for a week, and then just start getting Burger King breakfast, those cinnamon rolls or something. Nice.
I think I like the idea. Kind of, you just prep. It's just like with anything. You gotta build up. And I think I was gonna say there is one place I think I could do, potentially 2 that I could do food all day. Number 1 for me is Chick-fil-A, and their breakfast sandwich that has the chicken on it. I know that sounds nasty, but it's so good. There's like, they have a bagel one. I think it's a bagel. Yeah, it's a bagel, and it has chicken and egg and cheese, and it's like really good. But the one that I like even more is their breakfast burrito. It has chicken, egg, cheese, and something else. Super good. And I used to eat that for breakfast a lot when we lived back in Selwood, because we were close to the one in Clackamas. And then, of course, for lunch, you can have the chicken nuggets or the grilled chicken or the salad, which is good. And then for dinner, like you said, you go all out. You get that combo meal, the classic one with cheese and your French fries and stuff. But I could do that.
And then you could 4th meal.
Yeah. Oh, I could 4th meal there, That might put me over the edge, but yeah. So that's a little better. And then Burgerville's kind of close too. They used to have pretty good breakfast, but it's so expensive, and I feel like it's kind of greasy. So that one might also give your boy some issues.
I think let's give our pack rats a little fast food challenge. If they're, still quarantined, they have nothing to do, go through some drive-thrus. Here you go. Carl's Jr. breakfast. Get the giant breakfast burrito, 2,000 calories. Start your day off with that. Lunch. Go ahead and simmer down with the quesarito box meal. I don't know how many calories that is, but maybe like 1,500 for that whole thing. Drink.
Yeah. At least.
And then finish your day with one of those quad Whoppers, the 4 meat stackers.
Yuck.
So see if you can get a target of about 5,000 calories and just see how you feel.
Yeah.
Because we're always being told 2,000, daily recommended calorie intake 2,000. Why would they limit? Why would they put a glass ceiling over you like that?
Yeah.
Shoot for the stars.
Shoot for the stars.
Yeah, someone's going to tell you can only get 100% on this test. Why not? Why can't I get 150%? Why are you limiting me, bro? Yeah. So don't listen to the limiters that people put around you saying, oh, you get 2,000 calories is recommended. Just shoot for the stars. And that's my wisdom. Shoot for the stars.
Beautiful.
Thank you for tuning into our regularly scheduled program. Contact Josh and Jonathan at powerpackedpodcast@gmail.com. Support the show at patreon.com/powerpacked. See you next time, you dirty little rat babies.